The Black Business Council has slammed the Minerals Council of South Africa's call to remove the Transnet executives. Now, BBC says the call is undermining efforts of transformation. The council is accusing Transnet executives of poor operational performance that is likely to affect the mining sector. Joining us now is the CEO of the Black Business Council, Kganki Matabane, who talks to us via the virtual platform. Mr. Matabane, thank you very much for your time. Why are you opposed to calls that suggest this executive at Transnet is not up to the task?
Good morning, Gori, and the viewers. Our issue is that the call started when the CEO of Transnet announced that she's going to open the market for new entrants. And maybe just to give you a story, 29 years into democracy, and what has happened since 1994, government has given mineral rights, prospecting rights, and mining rights to new entrants, mainly black and females. And then for you, if you are producing anything in South Africa, you want to sell it outside the country, you need a slot at one of the ports, and those slots are owned by the big companies, by the members of the minerals councils, and those members don't want to give the slots to new entrants, and then hence they want her to be removed because they know she's starting with coal this year. Soon there will be iron ore and manganese. And she's not even demanding more. She just demands 25% of the slots to be given to the new entrants. But the Mineral Council, what they want the structure of the economy to still reflect apartheid structure. And you can see this because they've been taking government to court to force government to implement what they call once empowered, always empowered, where even if your BE partner leaves your company, you still benefit from BE points, which is unfair. So you can see from that behavior that they've got no interest in changing the structure of the ownership of the ownership structure of the economy. They've got no interest in ensuring that this transformation. They want the majority of the people to remain in the periphery of the economy, and that's what we were raising an issue with.
Mr. Matabane, the transformation issues, they're one thing. This is an industry whose contribution to the GDP has been massive, and it's not been once, it has been continuing, particularly in the times that this economy has struggled on the back of the global pandemic, COVID-19. Surely that's got to count for something. Why is it that every time underperformance, and if a black person is at the helm, then it immediately becomes a racial issue? Why is that? No,
we have not mentioned any race anywhere. So, and the issue is not about the performance. The issue is about what the motive behind why they want her to be removed. Remember, Minerals Council is part of the committees that have been formed with Transnet. We were also engaged with Transnet on the turnaround strategy. So we're not talking performance. The issues of performance, we were very, very clear. If people are not performing, they shouldn't be there. But we're raising an issue that the Mineral Council is raising indirectly. They started these calls once the CEO then said, I'm going to open the market. So we can clearly see that they don't want the market to be open. That's the issue we're fighting.
All right. So you're suggesting, therefore, without actually vocalizing it, and you'll correct me again if you think I'm wrong, that Nolita Fagute, who is the president of the Minerals Council, is blocking transformation in the industry. Is that what you are suggesting? Nolita Fagute is a black person, by the way.
No. We are not suggesting that. Nolita Fagude is not the Mineral Council. Mineral Council is an organization of members. So whatever she says is not. She's not as a president. She's not saying on behalf of herself. She's speaking on behalf of the Mineral Council. So we're talking about the Mineral Council, not Nolita.
So she's a stooge?
No. We're not saying she's a stooge. Remember, when you work for an organization or when you are a president of an organization, you are representing the organization's views. So the views are not personal. So we cannot accuse Nolita for Fagude for anything. We're talking about the Mineral Council as a collective.
Mr. Matabane, I've just had a representative of an organization that's involved in the rail space, and they are very clear that businesses out there are suffering, whether you talk agriculture, whether you talk the mining industry, whether you talk the automotive sector, which relies on the services of Transnet, which is not moving their goods. Now, what else has got to be put up as an example of why people are saying there is failure here and there needs to be action? So perhaps let me ask you a question. Who's to blame then for the non-movement of goods at the ports?
Transnet has got a turnaround strategy, and we're busy monitoring that strategy ourselves because some of our members are also affected. So we were dealing with that issue, and once we've thoroughly dealt with the issue, we'll also make an announcement regarding the issue.
How long is that turnaround strategy supposed to take? It's been 24 months.
Yes, we are monitoring it on a quarterly basis. So the next quarter we'll be able to come up and say, this is working, this is not working. So we're busy consulting various stakeholders regarding that issue. But the issue we're raising now is the issue of people who don't want to see black people being participant in the mainstream economy. And that cannot be, because we're 29 years into democracy and nothing much is moving. And then that's what we are fighting for.
The African Rail Industry Association, its representative, the CEO in fact, Ms. Nhlapo, who was here, says perhaps the leadership at Transnet may not necessarily be to blame. Instead, it is the shareholder. She's taking the matter straight to government. Do you believe that that's where the issues are in as far as non-performance at Transnet?
Remember how government works. There will be a shareholder. A shareholder will appoint the board. The board will appoint the CEO. The CEO will appoint the executives. And if you are holding people to account, you have to follow that route. But if they've chosen that route, I think it's their prerogative to go that route. But I think when you have issues with an organization, you must go to the board and the CEO.
Kganki Matabane, let's leave it there. CEO of the Black Business Council, thank you very much for your time.